Good morning, and thank you all for coming out today. I'm New York State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. I want to thank Sandy Ackerman, Doug, Mark, and the rest of our friends at the New York State Arm Collectors Association for inviting us here and hosting us here, and working with us to ensure that New York is a safe place and that our kids are protected. This is my first time visiting this specific gun show, but I have been to others. I'm very impressed with what I've seen here. Sandy and her partners run a great event where law-abiding citizens can exercise their rights to buy firearms while taking smart, reasonable steps to make sure that people who should not have guns cannot buy guns at their show. And from my point of view, we're all doing our part to make New York a safer place for gun owners and non-gun owners alike. We all have an interest in public safety. And I have to say that since I've been the Attorney General, we've entered into agreements with essentially every gun owner, a gun show operator in the state, to follow a set of model procedures to ensure that people get background checks. And I will have to say that working with Nysaka and Sandy and others, and so I see some friends here who operate other shows, everybody understands that there are some folks who just shouldn't have guns. And I appreciate the fact that we've been able to work together, and I frankly found that the sportsmen and the gun enthusiasts who attend gun shows probably understand these issues as well as anybody in the world, and I'm very proud of the fact that here in New York we've been able to work together to make sure that background checks are conducted. And really, it's just a matter of making sure that criminals and people with serious mental health problems don't get guns. Our leaders in Washington have continually failed to take steps in this direction, and they have not been able to take even the most common sense steps to ensure public safety, when the polls show that something like 90% of the American people favor background checks. So in New York, we have a different way. I'm the state's top law enforcement officer, and I'm working with other folks and my partners in local law enforcement, enjoy a very good working relationship with New York's gun store operators and gun show operators. We've come together to take these common sense steps to making sure that people are safe. And I commend to you the sort of implementation of the model procedures. You can see out by the gate where the guns are tagged, and it's a really simple procedure, just making sure the name and the serial number of the gun's owner is on the gun when it comes in, and that you can't get out with a gun you didn't bring in without a NICS check, without showing you had a background check. Simple. You guys do a great job of it, and the successful collaboration I've had with gun show operators has been one part of our what we call in law enforcement an all levers approach to law enforcement. We do traditional enforcement and brought down more than 18 violent criminal rings, principally drug rings, making hundreds of felony arrests. We have dealt in New York State with the problem of prescription drug overprescribing beyond anything that's happened in any other state, with a database we set up so doctors and pharmacists can see how many prescriptions you got. And we look forward to working with everybody on the basic principle that overwhelmingly people in every part of the state, every town, city, and village, every sector of the economy, people whose hobbies are glass blowing or hunting, can work together to make our states safer. And I really thank you for welcoming me here today, and I thank you for the good job you've done. I also want to note that I'm joined here by several important people from my office who've made all of this happen. First of all, Marty Mack, who's my Executive Deputy Attorney General for running the regional offices, and two of our regional office chiefs who are with us today, Ed Thompson from the Syracuse office, and Deborah Martin, who was really sort of took the lead for us in negotiating how to implement these procedures. We're here today to celebrate Lloyd's birthday, but we're also here to recognize the fact that working together, we've made our state safer, and I thank you all for your participation. I thank you for your hospitality.